How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading while the price is going up or down. XRP climbs 13% following settlement rumors with SEC. XRP has seen a surge in price today as potential rumors of a settlement between Ripple Labs and the US SEC have surfaced. While a settlement is not a sure thing, it could have significant impact on the price of the crypto, removing the regulatory uncertainty that has been weighing down the asset's value. SEC has been in a legal battle with Ripple Labs since December of 2020, alleging that XRP is a security and that Ripple Labs sold it as such without proper registration. A settlement would remove the regulatory ambiguity and legal risk that has been weighing on the asset's price since the SEC's announcement of the lawsuit. It would also provide a roadmap for other companies to follow, further validating the use case for the coin and Ripple's payment network. With a summary judgment potentially being handed down as soon as later this week, XRP could see a significant volatility in the short term as the probabilities of various outcomes continue to move the market. New Texas Senate bill seeks to slash Bitcoin mining incentives. Texas-based Bitcoin mining companies may be soon without the financial incentives that have let the industry gain a strong competitive advantage in the Lone Star State. Introduced earlier this month, Senate Bill 1751 seeks to protect the state's electric grid during peak loads, with one proposed measure being the utility scale. A key provision of the bill is that it would restrict Bitcoin mining companies from participating in a state-run demand response program. This program rewards miners for giving power back to the grid when demand threatens to overwhelm the system, unless the anticipated demand for electricity is less than 10% of the total load required by all loads in the program, the bill reads. The bill would also bar virtual currency mining from tax abatements, given that the large-scale growth in the virtual currency mining is already projected to occur in the state, said the state's bill sponsor, Senator Lois Cole-Hurst, during a Thursday testimony, adding that there's no need to subsidize that growth. Riot Blockchain, one of the largest Texas-based Bitcoin mining companies, has been a large beneficiary of this current incentive program in Texas. Last summer, it earned about $9.5 million in power credits after suspending operations during the heat wave. Data from ERCOT also shows that the Texas Bitcoin mining industry's power demand accounts for nearly 3.7% of the state's lowest forecast peak load this year. Bitcoin mining industry in Texas directly employs about 2,000 people across the state and another 20,000 people for indirect jobs or like remote work. Pierre Rocard also addressed the matter of cutting tax abatements for the industry, noting that these abatements have created hundreds of rural jobs. According to Rocard, Riot is currently the number one employer and the number one taxpayer in Rockdale. So this would probably have a significant impact. US, South Korea seek Terra co-founder Do Kwon's extradition. Both the US and South Korea have requested the extradition of Terra co-founder Do Kwon, who was arrested last week in Montevideo, authorities confirmed in a press release today. We'd like to state that the extradition of Do Kwon and his associate Hong Chang-jong has been officially requested by South Korea from Ministry of Justice of Montevideo, while the extradition of Do Kwon has been also requested by the United States of America, Justice Minister Mark Kovac said, speaking through an interpreter. Extradition proceedings will begin once local courts have dealt with the charges against Kwon in June for allegedly using forged passports, which they were trying to use to board the plane to Dubai when they were arrested. Should they be sentenced for this charge, they would serve before being extradited. Because more than one country has asked for Do Kwon to be extradited, Kovac said that the fate would be decided by the courts. In the case when we receive several extradition requests, determining to which state they will be extradited is based on several factors like the severity of the committed criminal offense, the location of the time when the criminal offense was committed, and the order in which we have received the request for extradition. So onto the charts. So today we've got a pretty good move up from our wedge. We've pretty much taken a full bullish breakout for this wedge. So I'm going to get rid of it. Actually, I'm going to leave the wedge, but I'm going to get rid of that breakout. I'm leaving the wedge because it's likely we could come and retest. We do have a green dot printing on the daily. Money flow is starting to come up. VWAP's starting to come up. And RSI is heading up. Stochastic looks like it wants to start to curl. So we are looking like we could get some bullish momentum on the daily. So that is pretty positive for us. And we did make a pretty good bottom sign here that could push us forward. Over on the 4 hour, our stochastic is heading down. RSI is kind of flat. Our momentum's kind of rolling over. Our money flow through this whole pump has been pretty much coming out. VWAP has been coming out. So we're not looking too strong on the 4 hour even with this pump. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic is heading down, but it could make a bullish curl. RSI is trying to head up. Our momentum's coming down as well. Money flow's pretty flat. It's in about a 10, so a decent area to be, but with it being flat, it's somewhat kind of tapering down. That would be concerning. Our VWAP's flat under the bearish zone, so those two things being flat could signal that they could start to curl downwards together. And that would be a sign that we could break. The 1 hour, our money flow never broke too strongly. We got a little bit of a peak back here when we made our move up. Our money flow is kind of going flat. We are making a bit of a bull flag, so that could take us higher. Actually, we have more of a triangle here. If I can grab it. Small little triangle. That would be a bullish triangle, as it's a rising triangle. That'd only give us a little bit of a breakout to finish that breakout we didn't make for that wedge. So we could test the top of this golden pocket. If we do manage to push forward or kind of make a bull flag from here, bull flag might push us closer to this 29.6 level. But our momentum is overall coming down. We are getting a green dot. Stochastic's coming down. Money flow is overall coming down and looking really weak. We keep touching the bearish zone and barely coming back above it. So VWAP is trying to make a bullish push up, but I can't really see it. It's kind of curling. So we'll want to watch that. If that curls away, that'd be a bearish sign for the 1 hour. We could just reset and flag out here. So we do have that possibility. So if we do kind of pop out of this, we could also test that 30K area, as that would be a psychological resistance and that wouldn't be too far off of where we would be breaking out to. So we could get a little bit of a spike if we do manage to get that breakout. But the 1 hour, the money flow to me is overall looking like it's coming out. 2 hours kind of going flat because the 1 hour is not really going anywhere. So if the 1 hour persists like this, we could see the higher time frames start to roll over. So I'd be a little cautionary with this pump. Over on graph, we are pushing our support. We have a green dot suggesting that we would get a bullish move. That bullish move would most likely break us out of this pattern. So that could be a good sign. But we need Bitcoin to make that breakout. Money flow is breaking up kind of a little more aggressively than Bitcoin. Looks a little bit better. Momentum's trying to get a green dot and curl up. Stochastic's got a bullish cross and heading up, and our RSI is heading up. Overall, the daily's looking pretty bullish here. Over on the 4 hour, our money flow is still in the red. We've been rejected once. We could get rejected again real soon. So that could mean we won't see that bullish possibility on the daily. We do have this green dot here, and we really didn't go anywhere from it. Momentum's kind of rolling over. VWAP's coming down. Stochastic's kind of coming down, but it's real close together, so it could curl up and go flat. And RSI is kind of flattening out on the 4 hour here. So overall, we're looking like we wanted to pump, but we're losing steam. Over on the 2 hour, our stochastic's a little spread apart more better. So we're falling a little more aggressively. Momentum's falling a little more aggressively. Our money flow for the most part is flat, but taking some little dips here and there. VWAP's trying to head up, but it's kind of curling away. You can see kind of curling, going flat here. So overall, the 2 hour is not looking the strongest. Over on the 1 hour, we have some bearish divergence that just flashed not that long ago. So that could bring us down if we don't get a pump up. RSI is kind of going flat here. Stochastic's beat down. VWAP is trying to make a bullish cross, but if it's kind of flashing a rollover. It's kind of indecisive right now, so we'll have to see if it starts to roll over from here or not. Our money flow overall gained a little bit of steam. Once we hit that little top, we've pretty much been losing out a little bit, so people are selling, taking profits. But, so we're not getting like a bearish break like Bitcoin, so it looks a little better for a sustained rally. The 4 hour might push into the green with the 1 hour and 2 hour kind of flashing green the way they are. Over on the daily, we did push to the bottom of our value area low here for our little range. So we are trying to get back into that range. RSI is heading up. Stochastic's got a bullish cross heading up. Money flow's trying to break bullish. It's flashing green here. So we'll have to see if that can happen. Momentum's trying to curl up as well. Over on the 4 hour, RSI is heading up. Our stochastic's kind of heading down. Momentum's kind of curling over. VWAP's heading down. Our money flow broke bullish slightly and then fell back, but it's trying to make another bullish cross. So we'll have to see if the 4 hour can sustain here or not. And if you look, we've been in pretty much a descending channel. We did kind of break out of it. So it's likely we could set up a new pattern. If we get rejected by this value area low, then we'll start to test near our point of control on the higher volume profile. So we go more towards that 2.9 cent area. But looking at the 2 hour, money flow is coming out. VWAP's trying to come out. Momentum's coming out. Stochastic's trying to head up. RSI is trying to make a bullish cross. So the RSI and Stochastic might pump up a little bit, and that might give our money flow some strength. Maybe people start buying and coming in. But we'll kind of have to watch as that VWAP's kind of flashing that it wants to break away here. Over on the 1 hour, we've been breaking up and down on our VWAP. Our momentum's making lower highs. Stochastic's starting to roll up. RSI is starting to head up. So we got a bit of mixed signals all over the place. Overall, we're in the bullish territory in our money flow on the 1 hour, on the 2 hour, the 4 hours trying to get there. So if the 1 hour and 2 hour can sustain where they are and don't roll over from here, then it's likely we could go into the higher time frame. So it's likely we may see altcoins start to pump with our XRP news we covered. Maybe Bitcoin takes a breather and money flows into the altcoins. We'll have to kind of see. VWAP's trying to head up on XRP here. Momentum's coming up. RSI and VWAP are coming. Our Stochastic are coming up. Our money flow is breaking bullish finally. Over on the 4 hour, money flow is still well in the bullish territory. Sitting about 21, so double what we've seen on some of them other ones. That's why them other ones sitting at about 10 and going flat is kind of concerning. Our VWAP is kind of curling here, so we could head up from here, get a little bit of a pump. So maybe we get more moves. We'll kind of have to see. XRP could probably break away on its own or take the whole market with it at this point. Momentum's heading down, Stochastic's heading down, and RSI's heading down. Our VWAP looks like it's heading down, so the 2 hour looks like we could kind of have a top here and take a little bit of a breather. Maybe we find some support down here in this 48 cent area, maybe 50 cent area, as that's our last support and resistance area. Over on the 1 hour, our money flow is starting to slightly come out. RSI is heading down, Stochastic's heading down, VWAP's trying to head back up. Our momentum looks like it could kind of curl up here. It's just peeking behind that VWAP. So the 1 hour looks like we could get some momentum, but we are flashing this bearish X with a hammer candle, so that could bring us down. Although hammer candles appearing like this could also be a bottom signal. So we'll kind of have to see. The next candle will pretty much tell you. Once this candle closes, that'll pretty much tell you if we're going to go bullish or bearish. If it closes green, odds are we go bullish. If it closes red, odds are we go bearish. Might get a couple candle closes by the time this gets uploaded. Over on algo, we got a really big candle. Holy crap. I'm surprised to see that from algo. Double-digit gains for today. Our momentum is heading up sharply. VWAP's heading up sharply. Our Money flow wants to come into the green, but it's just barely under it. Stochastic and RSI are heading up, so we're getting a real strong move to that point of control. Like I've been saying, if we found support on this value area low, the next move up would be the point of control. So now it's likely that if we test this point of control, if we don't get more momentum from other coins, then we could start to roll over here and then maybe come back up. Or if we come up above the point of control, then we want to look for a retest and then a move up to the value area high. Over on the 4 hour, stochastic and RSI are starting to roll. Momentum's starting to roll. VWAP's heading down. Money flow is coming up pretty strong. It's not sputtering out like Bitcoin is. It did, but then it kind of started to head back up. So if that momentum can continue, that would be a good sign for us. Over on the 2 hour, our money flow is well heading up pretty strong. Stochastic's heading down, RSI is trying to head up, though it does have strength with the stochastic being where it is, even though it's falling because it's just taking a breather. Anything above the neutral zone is good. Momentum's heading down, VWAP looks like it could start to head up. So we're getting a little bit flashing like conflicting signals here. The VWAP signaling we could roll up, and the bearish short-term medium bearish trend may break. And the money flow is pretty strong, so that could lead into the higher time frames and take us higher. Over on the 1 hour, our momentum wave's coming down. Stochastic's coming down, but it is trying to make a bullish cross. VWAP's trying to make a bullish cross against that neutral zone. Money flow is well in the bullish zone, and our RSI is curling up. So overall, the 1 hour is looking pretty good for a continual move up if we can get over this neutral zone on the VWAP. If we get rejected here, then we may see everything else start to inch out. Okay, to watch. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.